Hey everybody, welcome. Wow, this is an odd time of day to be streaming, isn't it? I mean, for me it is. Because if you're subscribed to this channel or you've been subscribed for a while, my schedule is completely different than the normal working person. You can see the sun coming through the blind, see the sunlight from the blinds coming through the blinds. God, I have not been up long at all. And what time is it here? It is November 20th. It is 2:18. Here we go. So I'm not expecting some big number in the chat. I mean, I know people are working, and next week is the holiday week. It's we got let's see here. Wow, we got somebody in the chat already. That's fantastic. Charlie 284 says, hello, Joe. Hey, man. How are you doing? Thank you for chiming in. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. Thank you. And so I go to work today, and after today, that's it. I will be on vacation all next week, which is really nice. This will be after over 25 years, this will be my first time I've been off a whole week at Thanksgiving. So I'm looking forward to that, man. And it's nice. It's let's see. I woke up when I got home early this morning. I got home about almost 6:30. And that's about the time my paycheck goes in. I get paid early Thursday morning, a direct deposit, of course, which is the best thing you could do. There's still a couple of drivers where I work, they want a check. And I'm like, why would you do that, man? I don't understand that at all. If you're sick, you can't make it to work, you can't pick up your check or something to do with the weather. Anyway, we got Art. Gee, what's up, Art? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, when I first get up, I have to deal with my sinuses for about an hour, and then it'll straighten out. So if you hear me doing that, I apologize. But so I said, let me look at my deposit, make sure my money's right. I've been doing the same. I drive a big rig for a living, so I do the same route all the time. I've been doing it for years, and so I know what the money's supposed to be when it hits my bank. And I looked, it was there, and then I had the whopping safety bonus, which was, you know what? I'm going to save that story for the member side of the platform. That'd be a good story to share. If you're not a member, I know I said I wouldn't push this, but I will give a small plug for the membership side of things. I started doing videos for members last week, and I've never done that before because I didn't really have nothing to offer. Big channels, man, they have all these kind of perks for members, and I was like, man, I don't have anything. I'm the way I work. So I said, wait a minute. I said, I'm going to start doing videos just talking about different stories and stuff on the membership side of the platform. So I'm going to save that story for the membership side. And that's a crazy story. And it's not guitar related, but that's the whole point of the membership side of the platform, those videos. It's just different stories and stuff. And it will be a little guitar related, but the main platform is designed for the guitar stuff. So anyway, that video will come on the member side later. Talking about that. Let's see here. So I have had a crazy week so far. It's just, it's just been one thing after another. And we got brother Andrew Knox. What's up, man? How are you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, excuse me. And it seems like everywhere you go, man, everybody's sick, and that nasty flu virus is going around, and it's just one thing after another. Okay, so If you have been watching this channel for a while, you know that Ralph and I have, we've made the rounds, literally speaking, we've made the rounds to about all the independent shops that are within our reach, which driving distance and stuff like that. And the first time we made that trip around that independent circuit, it was fantastic, and it still is. And I love each and every one of those shops. They have treated us so kind, and it's just amazing. So a little bit of time went by, and we did that trip again, and again it was great, and especially I was able to trade and get some guitars and trade up and do whatever. And come on, man. If you're a guitar lover, it's like being a kid in a candy store, man. I mean, it's just, you walk in there and every store has something different. I mean, you got your usual suspects, like I've said, maybe a certain type of an acoustic or whatever. But, it's, you always see a cool electric in there, you know what I mean? And that's always fun because it's not like the big box stores, which we're about to get into that, but so we made that trip around that independent circuit like maybe 3 times on some stores. And I mean, I could do that every week and be just as fulfilled and everything, but and this is not a dig at anybody. But on the flip side of that, I'm trying to build a channel here, and so you need 3 things to help your channel grow. You need engagement, you need views, and you need thumbs ups. And wow, the video I put out yesterday, it tanked, and it did not do well at all. The Zoom H6, I was like, wow. I guess it just, obviously, there's no guessing about it. It just didn't click with people, and that's fine. Not every video was going to. I just thought maybe people would be interested in that because I've always strived to try to up my game with audio quality and stuff. And over the years, I've had help from other channels that said, hey, man, and they were kind enough to share with me what to do. But at the end of the day, I still had to do my homework and be in here and research this stuff and try to make it better. And I've been like a mad scientist in this room, man, trying to always get better. Let's see here. We got a comment. They said, Charles284, he says, hey, Joe, it's your old friend Charlie. Don't know where the 284. Charlie H. I'm not going to say your last name. Charlie H. Is that right, man? Let me know if I'm correct. We have a few Charlies that are sub to this channel, so I'm just trying to differentiate. That's a big word for me to say. Let's see. Man, we got people jumping in. Puppy Badass 67. What is going on? He goes, hi, Joe. We love the shots that you go to, brother. Keep it up. Oh, yeah. Thank you, man. That is the independent shops. That's not stopping. I promise you that. But it is, it's on pause for right now. So, Roadies Jam K, what's up, man? How are you doing? Everybody's got these different numbers past their handles now. It's Charlie S. Hey, Charlie. Okay, yeah. That threw me off, man. I appreciate it, Charlie. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 different Charlies, and I was like, which one? I don't want to disrespect anybody by saying, no, man, it's not me. What's wrong with you? Oh, sorry. Yes, anyway, the independent stuff, man, I love doing that. Ralph and I both love doing that. And like I said, that's not stopping. But you can only make that trip around the sun so many times. And then I just want to keep things fresh on the channel. That's all, and it's hard to do that, man. It's hard to do that. Like with the video I released yesterday, it's just I'll call YouTube the video slot machine. That's what I call it. Because when you put a video out, you're pulling the handle on that YouTube slot machine, and you're just waiting for the reels to quit spinning and see what happens. And you have no clue what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to do good, what's going to do kind of good, what's going to do bad. All you can do is put it out there and keep your fingers crossed. That's all you can do. But anyway, I love making content. Anyway, it's all good. Let's see who else is here. We got Slimfire. Hey Joe, just jumping around YouTube, and here you are. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Slim. Appreciate that. Yeah, this is a unscheduled stream, isn't it? Absolutely. This is a. Oh man, we got more comments coming in. Let me see. Let me go up. I don't want to miss anybody here. There he is, the CEO, Morton Salt. Don Morton, what's going on? It's the Joe and Ralph show. What's going on, brother? What's up? It's just the Joe show today. Brother Ralph is, he's busy doing his things. He's helping his mom and stuff, which is fantastic. And I'll get into that with my story in just a little while. Y'all stick around. Let's see here. Puppy Badass 67. That's because YouTube changed the handle names. Oh, they did? Oh, I was wondering. I wonder why YouTube did that. Huh. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. Art G says YouTube adds the numbers. They didn't used to show up in the chat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I was like, that's different. Excuse me. Yeah, that's odd right there. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So we'll still do the independent shops because we've made great relationships with everybody at these shops. Like I said, they're, to me and Ralph, they're like family to us. I mean, you go in there, now that we've been there now a few times, you go in there and they're like, hey, y'all come on in, and it's, you'll never get that anywhere else. Not in my opinion. So since we've made that trip a few times, Ralph and I had talked, and I said, man, we need to flip the coin. We need to flip the coin. And so we talked about it, and I just got confirmation from Ralph just, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes ago. We're going to go to Guitar Center in Asheville Monday, this coming Monday. And there's a couple of reasons. One, we've never been there. Two, it's up in the mountains of North Carolina, and I love the mountains of North Carolina. I love the country. And I just want to see how it's going to go. Are they going to be cool with us filming in there? Are they going to tell us not to film? The one in Greenville, I went in there, I walked in there with my camera smartphone filming. I go in the door and nobody said nothing, and I've done that plenty of times. We've done it at the GC in Spartanburg, but so we've been to those, and I was like, I know that the Guitar Centers are they're similar in the way the layout is, and I know that. But I just want to go and see what it looks like up there, because we've seen how everybody, y'all, Ralph and I, all of us have seen how the stuff is at the independent shops. And I want to go to, Ralph and I, we want to go up to GC and check it out and just see what it's like. We've never been to that store, and I just want to see how the layout is. Is it a big store? Is it small? How's the customer service going to be? Really just because our curiosity is piqued. and it's just somewhere different to go. It's some different content to put on the channel. Because if you keep putting the same thing all the time, I don't. In my opinion, you're not going to keep your audience. You know, it's you have to keep things fresh. You have to. So that's how it is. You know, you just have to keep rolling and keep things fresh. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And it's not just because of that. It's just because, and like I said, it's really because I want to see what it looks like up there. I've heard good things about that location, and I've never been. And I said, well, I'd like to go check it out. So we're going to do that Monday. And let's see. Let me see what's going on. Let's see. Look at this chat here. Yes, Art says they changed the... All right. Rhodey says, yeah, I wonder why they... YouTube is using handles instead of channel names in some chats. Okay. Let's see. That's weird, isn't it? Man. Andrew Knox, brother Andrew, says that Asheville is a good music town. I bet the U section will have some goodies in that Guitar Center. Yeah, I'm curious, man. And that is, I have to say, even when I go to the GC here in Greenville, that's the first area I go to is the U section. And it's not that big, but man, sometimes, I mean, I've gotten used guitars from there before, and sometimes you can find some good things, and sometimes it's just crap. It's a crap shoot, you know, tell you the truth. Pooh Ninja, what's up, Pooh? Let's give Pooh a round of applause, man. Every guitar shop smells different. None smell fresh. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Don Morton, he says, looking forward to your Asheville Guitar Center show. Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to, like I said, we'll go up there since I'm off all next week. Thank the Lord for that. So I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday wide open. As of right now, anything could happen and things could change, but as of right now, so I was telling Ralph, I said, man, we got, we can't do nothing Sunday. We got, that's family day. So we got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's fine. That's 3 days back to back that we can figure something out, hopefully. So let me, segue into this. And, tomorrow was the scheduled day that I was going to Ralph's with the Zoom H6, and I was going to take a camera. He's got the same camera I do, so I was going to take my camera and use his as well and film us doing some jamming with the Zoom H6 and make a cool video out of it. So we had that scheduled for tomorrow, but so I had to move that. We have to move that up until Saturday. And this is why I was going to save this on the membership side, but this is something that I think is okay to share with everybody because it was a serious matter. So Tuesday, so if you back up a couple of days, Tuesday, I was sitting in here and I just got finished with one of the videos. I don't think it was the Zoom video. It was another one that I haven't released yet. And I was wrapping that up and I was doing the thumbnail and I was sitting in here, had my phone in my hand because I was editing on my phone and all. And it was about 4 o'clock. And usually I leave the house between 4 and 4:30. And so I had my phone in my hand and I'm, doing the stuff. And my mother, my sweet mother, she has been battling the flu since last weekend. the members, you saw the video I did, the very first membership video I put out, not this past Friday, but Friday before. I went to the store and I was getting my mom some stuff because she was sick. So you fast forward till the next few days, she would text me and ask me to, hey, can you bring me something and just leave it on the porch? And I'll, I said, yeah, sure. Because, she didn't want me getting around her because she was sick and this stuff's going around. So I said, yeah, Mom, no problem. So I would swing by there, and thankfully she's just right down the road, 2 miles down the road. And I'd put it on the porch, and I would text her. I said, your stuff's on the porch, Mom. She's okay. All right. So Tuesday, I'm sitting here, like I said, doing my editing on my phone, and then my mom calls. And I said, oh, she might want me to run something past, over there to her. So I answered the phone. She sounded, I could tell, how when somebody, you can just tell when something's wrong. I mean, you can tell right away. Well, that, I could tell something was wrong. Something was bad wrong. So my mom said, in a very weak voice, get over here quick. And I hung up, and I jumped up and went out the door. My wife was on the couch, watching one of her shows. And I told her, get up, let's go. Something's wrong with Mom. I didn't know if she had a stroke. I didn't know what was going on. So we jump in the car, and I zipped down. I mean, that little Kia Sportage was moving, boy, on these curvy back roads. And I got there, and I noticed my mom's car hasn't moved in like 3 days. It's been parked in the same spot. Well, she's been sick. She's been with this flu. It's really whooped her butt really bad. And so we get there. My heart's racing. My wife's heart's racing. And she always has the screen doors locked. And it's your traditional screen door. It doesn't have nothing for a key. It's just you lock it from the inside and that's it. Well, I pull on the door and of course it's locked. Man, I just went, bam. I just popped that door open. I said, well, if it's broke, it's broke. I don't care. My wife is standing beside me with the key for the deadbolt. I said, go, unlock it. She unlocked the door. We go through the door, and when you first walk in the door, it's my mom's living room. And then when you keep looking straight ahead, you see the hallway, little hallway entrance. And if you go through the hallway entrance, you got the restroom, and then to the right is a bedroom, a guest bedroom, and to the left is my mom's bedroom. So my wife was in front of me. We walk in there, and my wife walks through the hallway, and she looks, and she just goes, oh my God, Joe, like that. And then I ran. I mean, I was right behind her. I just ran past my wife, and my mom was on the floor. So I ran over to her, and I just, jumped down to my knees and all. And she was conscious, but she could barely speak. So her phone was on her bed, and I grabbed it, and she barely had a battery charge on it. It was almost dead, but I called 911. And so after I talked to the 911 operator, and the fire truck showed up maybe 5 minutes. I could hear the siren in the background down the road, so I told my wife, I said, sit here with Mom for a second. Let me go outside and flag them down, because I could tell they kept stopping down the street. You could just, he can hear that, like that it's in motion, and the vehicle stops and it's in motion again. So I went outside, and I had my phone up to my ears. I was trying to call work to let them know I wasn't coming in. And that's another story. I'll save that for the membership side. That's anyway. So I go outside, and I see the fire truck comes around the corner, and I've got my hand and I'm waving it, I'm pointing. They come up, and they get out, really two nice young men, and I lead them into the house, and they go where my mom is, and they start working on her. And so we're just standing there because, I let them do their job. And I guess it was about another 5 minutes the ambulance showed up. They came, and they came in the door, and I said, "Hey, right over here." And so they were treating my mom. When they got there, the firemen left, and so they were able to get her to sit up, and they had this big machine that they brought in with them. They were trying to get a EKG or something at that moment. And the machine wasn't really cooperating. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm sitting, so they like, all right, we're going to have to get her in the ambulance and we'll get a reading from there. So they brought this chair in there because they couldn't, the way my mom's stuff is situated, you're not going to get a stretcher in there. You're just not going to do it. So they got this chair in there, like a regular chair, and it had these small wheels on the bottom. But on the back, it has like these tracks. So what that's designed to do is when you go down the steps, you can lean the chair back, and it just them tracks will go down with this. So in other words, when you're going down, you're not bumping going down the step. It just goes like that. It's pretty wild. But so they got her out there. They got her in the ambulance, and they were doing tests, and they said, all right, we're going to take her right up the street here to North Greenville Hospital. I said, all right, I'll be right behind you. So my wife stayed. She straightened up my mom's house and all, and so I went up to the hospital. Again, this was Tuesday, and it gets dark like 5:30. So I got there about I think it was right about close to 5 o'clock, and one of my managers called me back. I talked to him, and so and they're still trying to get my mom checked into the emergency room. So I'm sitting in the waiting room, and because I was wanting to go back there, and the young lady up front, which I would later come to realize she's a nurse. She was sweet young lady. And apparently they rotate positions in that hospital up here. I guess they just do that for everybody. So everybody gets to do a little something different and not do the same thing all night long, I guess. Either that or they're short-staffed. I don't know. But anyway, so they got her into a room and they let me back there. And so they were doing test after test after test. They took, I don't know how much blood. And so that was around 5 o'clock. So finally, the doctor that was there, he was, bless his heart, he was trying to see a lot of people. It was just one doctor, and so he's overwhelmed with patients. And so he finally come in there. This was a lot later into the night. And he was talking to my mom, and he said, now, who is this? He's pointing at me. He goes, who is this right here? And I said, this is my mom. He said, okay. Now, the whole time, now keep this in mind too. The hospital is the worst place you can go to pick something up. So when we got to my mom's, my wife just happened to have a couple of masks in the glove box. So I put a mask on. She put a mask on because my mom's getting over the flu. So I can't afford to be out sick the way the rules are where I work. You just don't know, man. It's just they're on a different planet. And so when I got to the hospital, I put the mask on, and I had those exam gloves, I had those on too the whole time. So the doctor said, who is this? He's pointing at me. I said, that's my mom. And he said, okay, we're running tests. He goes, your lungs are clear. It doesn't look like you had any sign of a stroke. And what had happened was, from the test that they were telling me, she became severely dehydrated and very weak. and she just collapsed. And my biggest thing was I was worried that she hit her head or might have broke something, and that's usually the case with when you get older. We've all heard those horrible stories. But so at midnight, and my mom has AFib, so her heart rate was all over the place. I was looking at the monitor, and it would be like 100. Then it would go to 130. Then it'd go to 154. Then it'd go back down to 100. I was like, good God. And she takes medicine for that. But, I don't know if the medicine, I don't know if it just wasn't working, or I don't know. So the doctor come back in there and he said, look, we don't keep patients here at this hospital overnight, so we're going to have to transfer you to Easley. Now, Easley is where Ralph and I went when we did Midtown Music and Cornerstone. Those two guitar shops are not far at all from that hospital, Easley Baptist Memorial. And actually, I've been to that hospital and had some surgeries done years ago. And so, which if I had to choose, I would rather go to Easley than Greenville. Greenville, I had surgeries there, and it was the doctor was great, but the nurse, that one nurse, she was horrible. The other one was great, the other nurse. But anyway, so the doctor said that we're going to transfer you to Easley, Mrs. Wentz, and because your heart rate is just, I can't let you go. I can't release you. So he leaves the room, and my poor mother, she said, I just want to go home. And she goes, if they'll let me leave. I said, Mom, they're not going to let you leave, honey. They're keeping you for a reason. That's, So they, at about midnight or so, an ambulance came and picked her up and took her to Easley. And she's still there now. She's still there right at this moment. My wife and I thought maybe they would release her today, but they're not. She's still there. So it's a wait and see kind of thing. So that's why I told Ralph, I said, look, we'll move the guitar playing stuff to Saturday. I said, if they release my mom tomorrow, I want to be there and, bring her home, make sure she's okay. So that was what happened Tuesday. And I, of course I didn't go to work and all that. So, that was scary, man. That was scary. My mom's all I got left, y'all, and so a lot of things go through your mind when you walk into a room and you see one of your parents on the floor, and you're like, you don't know what, you're just like frozen in fear. But at the same time, my body went to like automatic rescue mode, and so that's what happened Tuesday. So it was it's been a crazy week, and so my wife, my lovely wife, she went up there. She's up there with Mom right now, sitting with her for a while. And she said, I'll go up there and sit with your mom for a bit so she's not by herself. And I said, well, I can go for a minute. And now then I got a message from one of my managers saying, I need to see you today. I don't know what's going on there. So I can't go up there and visit with my mom, and then, because that's really Easley's going the complete opposite way from where I need to head to work. So, I can't, I can't do it. So my wife went up there, and, so I have to leave here, at a certain time to get to the office and see what they want. There ain't no telling. Everything's been, I don't know, man. It's I'll keep it professional. Things have just been upside down lately, and that's just life, man. I'll keep it for the membership videos and because that's where all that needs to go. I don't need to spill all that here because this is Guitar Channel, man. But that I just wanted to share that with you because it was I feel like we're family, I really do, and so it was something else, man. It was something else. So I didn't mean to get off track of guitars too much, but I just wanted to share that story. Let's see. Who else is in here? Oh man, we got Greasy Monkey Guitars is here. Hello, brother. How you doing? Nice to see you, man. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that so much. And thank you, Pooh. I appreciate that, man. He says, sending healing vibes. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Mr. Don Morton, heartfelt prayers going on for your mother, Joe. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you so much. And my sweet mother, you know what she told me when she's laying in the hospital Tuesday night? She goes, I don't want this to mess up your vacation. I said, Mom, there's a motorcycle going by or something. Goodness gracious. We live right here on this main 2-lane road here. And but I said, Mom, don't worry about that. Like I got some big thing planned. I said, don't even worry about it. Who cares? You come first. Let's see. Slim says, I hope your mom gets well soon, Joe, because there is no one like your mother. That's right. She was always there for me, and my father was always there for me. Yeah, and I would give anything if my dad could be here again, and I could just see, the good thing. And I ain't trying to create a weird mood on this podcast, but the one good thing is I told my dad how much I loved him and all when before he got real bad sick. The writing was on the wall, but with his health at that time, but I was able to tell him. So there was some closure there in a way. Rico B, good afternoon, Joe. Sorry to hear about your mom sending a speedy recovery wishes from Arizona. Thank you, brother Rico. I appreciate that, man. That's very nice. Thank you. Forest Floor, hope your mother fully recovers, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's nice. Thank y'all so much. And let's see here. Puppy Badass 67. I hope your mom gets soon better, Joe. Sorry to hear that. I will pray for her. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you to everybody with those well wishes. I appreciate that. It's really nice. Let's see here. Yes. Mr. John Evans, hello. John Evans, 1969. I'm a fan of Sweetwater, but I honestly don't get out much anymore. Just so convenient these days to shop online. Nothing against Guitar Center. I love all music stores. All the best to your mom. Thank you, Mr. Evans. That's very nice. Sweetwater, yes. I love Sweetwater myself, man. Sweetwater is fantastic. And that's where I get all my stuff from, man. Sweetwater. And I have done business at another online retailer. It was American Musical Supply. I did that for years and just had a weird experience with them one time. And at the time, I bought a couple of small things from Sweetwater, really small items. And then when that weird experience happened with AMS, I mean, I just tell you straight up. And I was like, nah. They don't appreciate me no more than that, And so I went to Sweetwater and I became a full-fledged Sweetwater customer, So I've been with Sweetwater ever since, and I've been very, very happy. Big shout out to my rep, Paul. I think his last name is Eckerd. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not that he's watching this, but Paul, if I mispronounce your name, I apologize. It's just nice when you order something, I don't care, from anywhere, and they follow up and say, hey, man, is everything okay? Is there anything I can do to make it right? And my rep, Paul, I'm telling you, man, I've had some crazy stuff happen, and not on their behalf, not on my behalf, but somebody else tried to mess me up, and Paul made it right. He made it right, and I will never forget that. When somebody takes the time to have your back and they make it right, you'll have my respect forever. And that's with anything. And I think that's a lot of problem with people today. They don't care. A lot of these stores don't care. They just, that's why I say the independent shops, I always got that vibe when I went there, Ralph and I both. And it was just, 100% customer satisfaction. And Sweetwater's like that too, and really enjoyed it. And I still enjoy Sweetwater. That Zoom H6 Studio, it was from Sweetwater, and I looked it up right after I did the video. That product, it's on back order already. I was like, so there must be a lot of fans for that product. And I'm telling you, that is a fantastic recorder, man. It's kind of like the Rodecaster Pro 2, but in a miniature size, in my opinion. Pooh Ninja says, life tries to beat you down every chance it gets. Yeah, oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's just, life is I think Ralph said this. I'm not sure. Somebody I know said, my memory is not that great, but I heard somebody say life is just one big lesson. And what you learn from it is what matters. And how you handle situations is what, reflects on your character and your personality as a human being. I've watched so many little, from this other channel. Let me just say this for a second and I'll get away from it. Of, let's just say some horrible things that has happened with schools in the past. And I was like, why would somebody, I don't get it. And, it's just different. The younger generation, it's hard for them. It's different. Social media makes things hard for them. And I'm like, man, get into music, play an instrument, put your passion into the guitar, but I guess it's easier said than done. I don't know. But the guitar has always helped me through my whole life, man. Ever since I got my first guitar, this Christmas Eve will be 39 years ago. I'm an old man now. Good God almighty. But ever since, of course, I love my family. That comes first. But when I pick up one of these, man, even today, I put these headphones on or whatever, play through a couple of Katanas, and I hit a D chord or whatever. When I do that, it just goes, I feel like I'm somewhere else. And it's just, it's the best feeling in the world, man. Those endorphins start going in my brain, and I feel really good. And I just think if a lot more young people got into something like that, I think they would enjoy it. I think it would help them out a lot, especially for their mental state. Okay, let's move on. Charlie S., what's up? He goes, hey, Joe, I'm retired from UPS. I drove there for 30 years in Jersey, and I know how these companies can be when you have personal issues. Family first. Prayers for your mom. Wow, Charlie. I didn't know you drove for UPS for 30 years. That's amazing. Congratulations on your retirement, sir. I've been with the company I'm with if I'm still there in March 27th of next year, that'll be 26 years for me. So it's, you know, it's, and time goes by so fast, you know, and like I said, there's a lot of things upside down right now, but not just with that, just all around me and with me, and just, that's all right though, man. I just keep my faith and I keep moving forward, and just believe it or not, this helps a lot. This helps me a lot, and it's like, to me, it's like a form of therapy. I love going live, you know, and it really, to me, maybe I'm crazy. I hope not, but it does help. It does help. Hearts of Worship 88. Hello. Let me give you a round of applause. Thank you, Hearts of Worship. He goes, what's your mom's first name, Joe? I want to pray for her. Well, thank you, man. My mom's first name is Libby. 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 That's my mom's first name. She is 80 years old, and she is the sweetest woman you'll ever meet. So, yes. Ted Fair, brother Ted, what is going on? He says, hello, Joe and company. Thank you for being here, Ted. Mr. Brian Powers is here. What's up, Joe? Hello, Mr. Powers. Nice to see you, sir. Nice to see everybody. The CEO, Morton Salt, Mr. Don Morton, he goes, much agreed with you about Sweetwater. Shout out to my Sweetwater sales rep, Nick, is that Hull? Holl? Hull? I hope I'm saying that right. Yes, Mr. Morton, I agree with you, sir. Mr. Brian Powers, he goes, just getting here. If you said the next guitar stop, what the next? Yes, sir. The next guitar stop will be, we're going to Guitar Center in Asheville Monday. Ralph and I are going there. And like I said, Mr. Powers, the reason we're doing that is because, number one, I've never been there. Number two, we've made the independent circuit rounds 3 times. And that's not going to stop. But I need to put some different locations on the channel. I just have to, you know, this is what I have to do. So I'm trying to build this channel, and you have to keep things in rotation, or, you know, keep things rolling along. That's just how it is. So, and like I said, Ralph and I both, we're not here to dog Guitar Center. Have I gave my opinions about Guitar Center? Yes, but that was the one here in Greenville, and I've said it before. There's been times I went there, the experience was great. There's times that it wasn't so great, and I think that's just with anywhere you go. That could be McDonald's, it could be a nice restaurant, it could be, you know, it's just how it is. You know, it's a roll of the dice sometimes, but plus I love going up to the mountains because we're right here at the foothills of the mountains, and it's the right time of year. The leaves have turned. It's beautiful. I love going up toward Hendersonville and Asheville, all that stuff. So yeah, we're going there Monday. I'm not quite sure on the time because I'm on vacation next week. So I was going to go to Ralph's tomorrow, and we were going to record and with the cameras and the Zoom recorder, but that's been moved to Saturday because of the story I just told. So be doing that Saturday. Sunday is family day, and then I got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to try to get as much content filmed as I can. And then you know, you got Black Friday, and then you got Saturday. So I got some time, but it's going to go by quick. It always does. But yeah, we got Mr. Dave Orkin. He says, hey. I say, Dave, how you doing, man? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you, sir. All right, whoops. This thing just moved on me. Let's see. Double Dot. He goes, hey, Joe, I'm sorry to hear about your mom being in the hospital. I will be praying for her and about your work. Thank you. I just left my guitar at Cornerstone to have the cavity paint shielded and the pick guard shielded. Yes, there you go, man. There you go. Cornerstone. What a wonderful store. I can't say enough great things about Cornerstone Christian Music Supply. And I'm just telling you, when Ralph and I went there, I don't know, a few weeks ago or whatever, I took 2 guitarists for Jackson to do some work for me. I had that Kramer Pacer, and he put in a DiMarzio Tone Zone that I had. And then my EVH Tobacco Sunburst EVH Wolfgang Special, he put an EMG in the neck for me, and he got all that wired up and got it fixed, and everything works great, you know. And so if you need your guitars working on, if you're over in that side of town, go to either. They're right there together. You got Midtown and you got Cornerstone. They're really close. Go to either one of those. You'll be happy. Those people are phenomenal at those shops in that area. You go to one of those, I'm telling you, you'll be very satisfied. Don Morton said, a guitar is a trusted friend for sure. Yeah, we was talking about how when I pick up a guitar and how it makes me feel, and it just it's just nice. It's like when you go to a concert. This might be a crazy comparison. Kind of like when you go to a concert or you go to a movie or you go to a comedy show. Why do people do that? To escape reality, just for a little bit, and enjoy, just not have to think about stuff, and you just can have a good time. And that's what guitar playing does for me. That's why I love doing, Ralph and I do the live shows on Saturday night. And then I get to play whenever, you know. I came in here yesterday and I had so much on my mind, and I played. I'll show you. Let me see if I can I do this? Can I spotlight this? Let's see. There you go. That guitar right there is a Firefly. It looks kind of like the old school Ernie Ball Music Man that Eddie had back in the Van Hagar era, you know, for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album and those videos. I played that guitar. Now those pickups, they're not extremely hot, but they work. And I did upgrade the trim on there. I put a Godot 1996T on there. Put titanium gold locking screws up top. And that's another thing that I enjoy doing that just puts my mind at ease, you know, and takes me away from reality for a while, you know. So I came in here and I played the songs that I wrote with the Suno AI generator. I played those songs. I think it was 4 or 5 of them. And I'm glad I went over them. So I was like, let's see, what? I wrote this. How does it go? And I was like, oh, yeah. Because when it comes to the solo stuff, it's nothing mind-blowing. It's very simple. And to me, if you're writing a song, you know, or you're trying to construct your own material, be yourself, you know, and that's another reason why I was glad to write these songs, because I've written songs before years ago. It's been a long time. And then I just went to like this dry period where I just didn't do that no more. I was working so much and I got burnt out. And when Cater, friendly subscriber to the channel, and he sent me that email a couple of weeks or so ago and said, have you ever tried the Suno AI generator to help write a song? And I was like, no, I've never heard of that. So because of him, it led me in that direction. Thank you, Cater. And I was off to the races. And man, you would not believe the feedback. There's been people that said, man, that's horrible. Don't do that. And then other people like, that's fantastic. And that's fine. People have their opinion. I'm not telling you what to think. But for me, if you listen for a second, listen to my side of it, the way that I work, the way my life is, how hectic my life is, my schedule. I don't have time to round up people to try to get a band together. I can't go to practice because I work nights. So this works phenomenal for me. And I write all the lyrics. I do all the guitar parts on my own. And the Suno AI generator provides the vocals, the bass, keyboards, whatever. And that's how that works. And I love it because it just, oh my gosh, man, it just went, whoop. It made my inspiration go up like 5 notches. And I'll come in here and start writing. And, I try to tell a little story with the song. I try to make sure it rhymes. And for whatever reason, I've been fortunate on that aspect of when I try to write songs. I've been able to write. And now, not every time, but for the most part, I've been fortunate to where I can write. I've always loved, my big thing in school was creative writing. I would love to do that. And making videos. I loved doing that when I was younger too, with the old cam recorder, back in the day. I did all that, had the little camcorders, and I mean, I've been making videos forever. And then YouTube came along, and here we are. But so yeah, it's I think it's a fantastic tool. I mean, look, man, you have to adapt to the way things are changing. AI is here. It's not going anywhere. It's been here for a long time. So if it's something that could help me write music and it's inspirational, why not? I think everybody's situation is different. If you're in a band and you go to band, and I know people that do that, man, that's the best. That's amazing. It don't get no better than that. But I'm not in that situation. I'm the exception to the rule. I don't have a schedule that allows me to do that. So this is the next best thing, and I love it. It works, and it is fun, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's it, man. And so I came in here and played those songs yesterday, and man, it made me feel good. It made me it made me just kind of not worry with that for just 30 to 45 minutes. And I was able to play, and I was like, yeah. And it lifted me up. And I needed that. And we all do from time to time. Let's get back to the chat here. Slim Fire, he says, I'll be praying for your mom and you as well, Joe. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That's really nice. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Brian Powers was asking when we're going to be at Guitar Center. What time y'all planning on being there? I'm going to ballpark it and say, Mr. Powers, I'm going to say hopefully between 2 and 2:30. And the reason, I know I usually say that time frame, and the reason I say that is because of my job. Because if everything goes okay with my trip tonight, I'll get home between 6 and 6:30. I go to bed, I have to sleep, and I'll get up about 12:30 or 1, get a shower, and I'm sorry, that's not tomorrow. That's that Guitar Center trip is on Monday. I'm sorry. But yeah, so yeah, about 2, I'll be on vacation. That's right. So still probably about maybe just say between 2 and 2:30, just because I don't, somewhere around in there. That's just to me, that's just a good time to do, kind of get out there. It's right before people are going home. I can get up there. We can film. Coming home might be different, but I'll be on vacation. Who cares? It's all good. Let's see here. There's a Cater. Hey, man, how are you doing? Nice to see you. A Cater says, hey, everyone, nice. The Asheville Guitar Center should be good if they haven't changed it since I've been there. Oh, that's good to know, man. Thank you. That's awesome. Awesome to know. Let's see. People are talking to each other. That's nice. I love that. Mr. Don Morton, constructive criticism is a good thing. I like Guitar Center too. Never wanted to imply otherwise. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Where else can you go as far as that side of the coin and just walk in and pick up a guitar and do whatever and, do your thing? And I don't know. I mean, I just don't see Guitar Center going anywhere. They've had their share of ups and downs for sure. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how they're still here. I'm glad they are. I just don't see how they still survive. It blows my mind. Brian Powers, I'm going to be in Asheville overnight Sunday. Maybe I will catch y'all there. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be there Monday. Yeah, if I said tomorrow, I'm sorry. I meant to say Monday. Yeah. Dave Orkin says, sorry to hear about your mom, Joe. Thank you, sir. Yeah. She's on the mend. It's slow, but she's on the mend. She's still at the hospital right now. And so I appreciate y'all's kind words and your prayers. That means the world. It really does. It really, really does. Let's see. ZZ Captain Howdy. What's going on, man? He said, I'm sorry I haven't been around. My wife's been in the hospital since October 27th. It's a long road ahead. Got my acoustic with me, though. Oh, my gosh, man. Well, prayers to you, sir. Oh, my goodness. I hope everything is going to be all right, man. I really do. My goodness. All right, I'm trying to catch up here. I'm a one-man show, so you gotta bear with me a little bit. Charlie S., Joe, I have to bolt. Good luck with your mom. You're in my prayers. Thank you so much, Charlie. Charlie S., been a long-time subscriber. Thank you. Don Morton, he said he has to jump. Yeah. I totally get it. Thank you. Y'all be careful, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that everything goes well for y'all. Like I said, I know it's in the middle of the day here. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Mr. Earl Huey, what's up, man? What's up, Mr. Earl? He goes, hey, Joe, I've been to the Guitar Center in Nashville several times. It's huge. It's a really nice store, by the way. Today's my birthday. Oh, man. Happy birthday, Mr. Huey. Happy birthday, man. One of the original members of the Doobie Brothers. I'm just kidding, man. Well, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, man. And play some guitar. Play those beautiful Les Pauls and those Marshall amps. I mean, Ralph and I met Mr. Huey, Earl, he showed up at Midtown, and Ralph and I were getting ready to film, and he walked in, and you have to see it from our perspective. We don't, people see us, but we don't see y'all, so when Earl walked in, and I was like, he said, well, if it ain't Ralph and Joe in the flesh, and I thought, excuse me, I didn't. And I just, I was just shocked that somebody would take the time to come see us and chat. And that was Earl, and it was so nice. And he showed me pictures on his phone. I said, my God, he loves Les Pauls, which, hey, man, I don't have any hate to Les Pauls at all. I can't play them. They just don't fit because of the chunky necks and stuff. I just can't maneuver on them. Doesn't mean I don't like them. I just, but he has some beautiful guitars. And so it was really nice. He took the time to visit. Mr. Powers did too. And also we had some people come out to the guitar shop. It was Mr. Earl. We had Mr. Don Morton. We had Cater. Let's see. Of course, Chris and his dad, and course, Ralph, and it was wonderful, man. It was just so wonderful, to be able to meet these fine people, and they took the time to come see us. So we were very humbled by that, and I've had that happen at Cornerstone a few times, and you don't know when somebody's in there, and if they've watched the video for that particular store, you don't know that until they say something. And I was in there, and there's a gentleman in there, and he said, and at the time I wasn't filming, I was just looking around, getting ready to decide what to film next or whatever. And Jackson was like, "Hey man, can I help you with anything?" And that guy, he said, that gentleman said, "The reason I'm in here is because of that man right there." And he pointed at me. He said, "Because of his video." And I looked, and I walked over there, and I shook his hand. I said, "Man, hey, how you doing? What's your name? And would you like to be in the video?" He said, "No, I don't want to." I said, "Okay, that's fine." And so we talked for a few minutes. He was super nice, man. And we had, of course, people meet us at Cornerstone, and that was, that's what I'm saying. When we walked in that time, and Art and Jackson gave us that beautiful, warm welcome over there, along with people that wanted to meet us, and it was just, it was amazing. You it was, the love was incredible. And that was, it just, Ralph and I were blown away. It was so nice that people would even take the time to do that. That was really, really kind. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Yes. Mr. Earl, it's his birthday today, man. That is fantastic. I think birthdays should be celebrated. You're here. You made it another trip around the sun, and you have your health. Enjoy life, man. I don't care what anybody else says, man. Enjoy life. Play music. And do what makes you happy. And if you life's not easy, man, as we all know. Life can present you with a lot of challenges, and if you make it year after year, and you're safe, and you have your health, and that's awesome. Yeah, it deserves to be recognized, I think. ZZ Captain Howdy, we appreciate what you do. I've only been playing 3 years since I'm disabled, even though I've been working on them for years. Opened up a whole new world of shops I would have never known about. Well, thank you, man. That's awesome, and you're very, very welcome. Thank you, and awesome that you're playing, man. It don't matter if you've been playing for 3 years or 30 years. Just if it makes you happy and it makes you feel good, there you go. There you go. That's what it's all about, man. Ecater, he says that birthday cakes all around. November is a good month for them. Mine was earlier this month. There you go, man. Happy belated birthday to Ecater. That's right. That's awesome. Yeah, mine's not until summertime in May. So it's, which, you get to a certain age, you're like, I'm not looking forward to the birthday. I do, but, you're like, I don't know. When you're younger, you're like, yeah, man, I'm 21, or those milestones that after about, I don't know, for me, when I hit 40, I was like, dang, man. And then 45, and then 50. And I was like, when I hit 50, I was like, what the hell, man? Thank God I'm here. But I was like, 50, and it was, now I'm 55. It's, but, hey, it is what it is. Okay. Mr. Dennis Bryan, what's up? Let's give Dennis a round of applause. Hey, Joe just got here. You surprised me with this midday live stream. Prayers for your mom. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is a surprise stream. I'm sorry it wasn't scheduled better. But it just worked out where I was like, hey, I can go live, man. And it'll work. And I got about 15 minutes, and I got to leave. I got to get to work and see what they want to see me about. Have no idea. Rex McGee. Hey, Mr. McGee. Thank you for chiming in, sir. Mr. Rex McGee, still guitar player, pedal steel player. Lord, I'm all over the place with that. Let's see, Mr. Rex McGee says that I can't believe I caught the show. I love it. Well, thank you, sir. That's very kind. You're very kind. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Brian Powers chimes in. He says, Midtown and Cornerstone are two of my favorite shops. I haven't been to the guitar shop yet. Yeah, like I said, those, and the reason we love the independent shops is because they're all over our region, and they're within driving distance for Ralph and I, and they're easy to get to. The two that were kind of tough, I mean, I'm glad we went, but the two that were tough as far as traveling-wise, because of my schedule, was Midwood Guitar Studio in Charlotte. Wonderful shop, but man, it's right there in pretty much in downtown Charlotte. The parking was like, oh my God, where do we park? You know, and that was rough, but beautiful shop nevertheless. And then Woody's Music in TK. That was a pretty good trip out there. I didn't get home till 9:15 that night, and that's a lot, man. You're trying to get out to these places, fighting traffic, and then I swung past Ralph's house to pick him up, and we went on to TK, and my GPS was taking me here and there. I was like, what is this thing doing? And we finally got there, and then we had to film, and they were so kind out there, so nice. That video did really well too. So Woody's Music is fantastic. And then we left, and Ralph and I picked up a bite to eat at a Love's truck stop. How ironic. That's what I do for a living, is drive a truck. There was a Godfather's Pizza on the side of Love's truck stop, and they had these ready-made little pizzas like this. I mean, I haven't had Godfather since I was in high school, and I was like, oh, there's a Godfather's Pizza. And Ralph said, we got to stop there. I was like, yeah, man. And but it was good. You know, it was good. And but those two, when we went to those two locations, that was really pushing it as far as time-wise. And because I have to stay up and edit and try to get that video out the next day, because the owners of the shops were like, hey, when's this coming out? I said, tomorrow. And they said, tomorrow? That soon? I said, yes, sir. And he said, okay, great. And so it's a lot, man. It's a lot. But yeah, the Cornerstone and Midtown are absolutely incredible shops over there in Easley, man. Thank you, Art. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for being here. And I know it's an odd time of day. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Let me scroll down. Andrew Knox, brother Andrew, he said, my wife got me a 1987 Gibson Les Paul Standard. It's great. Yes. Happy Guitar Day to Andrew. He sent me pictures. Was it yesterday or day before? Yes. That's awesome, man. That's phenomenal. It's beautiful. He sent me pictures, and I was like, good God. Tell you, Andrew's got a good woman, man. She has hooked his ass up, pardon my language. He's got some nice guitars, boy. Man, she's hooked him up. Wait a minute. I'm 47 today, Andrew says. How about everyone else for the November? Today's your birthday, too? Well, happy birthday, brother. Man. So you and Mr. Huey, it's y'all's birthday today, and y'all share birthdays. That's fantastic. Happy birthday, man. 47. You still a youngster, brother. You still a youngster. Let's see. Let me see if I can finally get this. Oh, man. What did I do? Oh, okay, here we go. This thing jumped on me. Sorry about that. Okay. Captain Howdy, after this, with the wife has sorted, anxious to finish up my baritone Telecaster. Just needs the electrical done and set up, then I'll be rocking. There you go, man. Yes, well, absolutely. Your family's first, man. That's why I was talking about that earlier in the show. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to get to these. I'm sorry. Puppy Badass, he says, well, Joe, I need to go to bed and get some sleep for work tonight. You have a great night, and I pray for your mother gets well soon. Later, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I got to work tonight too, man. I getting ready to leave here in a few minutes. Let's see. What's that? Remember, the Fireside Studios is more cowbell. Yeah. We need more cowbell. Oh, yes, that's awesome. Let's see. Cater chimes in. He says that Guitar Wishes in Lincolnton, North Carolina wouldn't be a bad drive. Now, they got most of the new bypass. Now that the new bypass that goes around Shelby open, it's mostly a straight shot up 74. Guitar Wishes. Okay. Huh. Thank you for that. Yeah, there was a store in Kings Mountain that I was wanting to possibly check out, and I called and I talked to somebody, and the man sounded very interested, and I was like, oh, we got it. And he goes, well, the owner's not here today. And I thought, oh, man. I went through that whole spiel. But the man, you could tell he's an older man. He was really sweet on the phone. And he's like, just call back next week. And that was, I don't know, probably a month and a half ago, or at least a month. And I said, okay. And that was when we were going to Midwood in Charlotte. Yeah. And I forgot to call back, honestly. So that's on me. Let's see here. Brian Powers, y'all should stop at the sandwich shop in Hendersonville for lunch on the way up. They are only open Monday through Friday. Oh, nice. Appreciate that. Mr. Paul Lou, finally catching the show live. What's up, Mr. Paul? How you doing? Yeah, this is an unscheduled stream here, man. Let's see. Mr. Lloyd Dinkle, hello. He goes, hello, Joe, be safe tonight. I did the same thing for 15 years. It pays the bills. Yes. That's what it's all about. Yes. And, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for my job. It's just, I don't know. I'll save it for the member side of the platform. Music Man 175. Hello, Joe. Hello. How are you, sir? Thank you. Mr. Rex McGee's got to go. Oh, you got a gig Saturday night. I'll watch the replay. You and Ralph have a great show. Thank you, Mr. McGee. That's nice. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's rolling. Yeah, man, I totally understand. I totally understand. And let's see here. Mr. Paul Lou says, I bought a Sir Standard last weekend. I'm loving it. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. New guitar day for Mr. Paul Lou. You know, I've never played a Sir guitar. Never have. They look great. The ones that I've seen, they look phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal guitars. But, yeah, I've never played one. If I ever see a used one somewhere, I'd like to just pick it up and just feel the neck, you know, and see how it is, how it does. But yeah, there's been a few electrics that haven't played with the different names, of course. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Oh, it plays great, you say? Oh, I'm sure. Sir guitars have from what I understand, and I'm not an expert on anything, but Sir guitars, from what I understand, have a great reputation. Yeah, fantastic. But yeah, that's awesome. I like I said, my first real encounter with a PRS was when Ralph and I went to Eastside Guitars, and was it Eastside Guitar and Drums? Yeah, and they're mainly a PRS dealer, and Bobby over there was running the shop that day, and what a wonderful shop that is, and that was my first real mingle with PRSs to a certain degree, and I was hooked after that. I was like, dang, I stayed away from those guitars for years. I had one years ago, but it was just, like I said before, somebody took the original pickups out and they put some different pickups in, and it sounded bad. Maybe it was out of phase or something. I don't know. And it was just, that guitar was a mess. It was, as they say here in the South, it was a big old hot mess. And, so I went ahead and sold it. And I was like, PRS, oh man, God, what? Those guitars are horrible. And then we went to Eastside, and I started to mess with the PRS, that were stock, and they were not. And I said, oh my gosh, man! And I went to that Mark Tremonti, what is a MT-15 head, I think. I could be wrong on that model number. It's been a while. My memory's not like it was, but I was hooked. And so I said, I gotta get me a PRS. So when I went to Cornerstone, I got Candy right there, short for cotton candy. I got Candy right there, and I was hooked, man. So yeah, I was like, absolutely. So now I have this PRS. I have a PRS Silver Sky, John Mayer, of course. And thanks to Ecator, we worked out a deal, and I have the same guitar, but in that charcoal gray, I think, and it has the Floyd on it. And my God, that was the same guitar I was going to try to get at Christmas this year, but thanks to Ecator, I was able to get it early. And that guitar plays freaking great. I did change the strings on it. I had to set it up for 9s. I did that. It took me a little bit. I finally got it. And man, that guitar plays great. And I was like, golly, it's wonderful. So thank you again, Ecator, for working with me on that. That was really nice. All right, let's see. Yes, Paul Lou says it feels like a thin C-shaped neck. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Hearts of Worship 88. Wow, Godfather's Pizza. I worked for them for 20 years. Are you serious? Dang, what a small world. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that was the first time I had Godfather since I was in high school. And in that time, here's a quick story before I get out of here. Ralph and I were in high school, and we decided to skip school that day. And it was, we were with another guy in their neighborhood because he had a car, he had a driver's license. And at the time, we didn't have our license yet. He had dropped out, that guy with the car, he dropped out of school. So we met him in the high school parking lot that morning, and we got in his car. We got busted by the assistant principal because the bell had already rang, and we were supposed to be in class, but we're sitting there in the car. Assistant principal walks over and says, hey, what y'all boys doing? And he got our names and phone numbers. He's going to call our parents. I was leaned over in the back seat like I was tying my shoe for 5 minutes, I'm trying to hide. What the hell was I thinking? He looked at me and said, hey, son. Knocked on the window and said, hey, son, what's your name? And I was never one to be in trouble in school. And I told him my name. He goes, who do you want me to call, your mom or your dad? And I said, my mom. And so we left and we rode around. And then when it came time around lunchtime, we went to a Godfather's Pizza. And I couldn't hardly eat because I kept thinking about what was going to happen when I got home. And but I had a couple of pieces of Godfather's Pizza. That was the last time I had that pizza until fast forward. Ralph and I stopped at that one at the Love's Truck Stop on the way back from Woody's Music, TKK. Ain't that? That's weird. That's crazy. But it was good. It still tastes like I remember. It was good. But anyway, I've got to go, y'all. My goodness, I got to get out of here. And thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, everybody. And thank you for your well wishes. I got to go. My wife's got me a sub sandwich on the counter. I'm going to eat it on the way to work. God bless y'all. Take care. We'll see you on the next video. And if you're not subscribed, please give this channel a chance and consider subscribing. Ring that bell so you'll get all notifications of the channel. Okay, y'all. Thank you. God bless y'all. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.